All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is House of the Deathsinger World of Darkness Werewolf, Season 1, Episode 27, Happy Snake Times. We're going to start off with the introductions from everyone, starting with our storyteller, Kerr.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kerr. I am the storyteller. I'm the one who runs these games every week and give happy fun times to all of my players.
Hello, everybody. I am the Fox Bard. I play, in this game, I'm going to be playing two characters potentially today. We're going to be starting off with my mage character from the Sunday game, known as Reinhardt. He is an individual who is talented with spirit magic and dealing with ghosty goos, who the werewolves have actually hired on. Since they are both two concurrent games, he was able to come in, and so he's kind of a guest character here. Additionally, I'm usually playing the werewolf known as Barney, who may make an appearance later. But for right now, it's just Reinhardt.
And I am Zim, and I normally play as Michael Wolf in this game. However, today, like was mentioned, I am also playing as my mage character today, Cody Taylor, who is primarily focused on correspondence magic.
Hello, I am Larzong. I am playing as Nevin Fang, the Army Ranger veteran werewolf, and he's kind of a combat specialist, and also does some like infiltration things.
All right, so my turn.
I would be
Yes.
Toshime now.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I am
You-
Toshime. I'm playing Perry, and this is gonna be fun.
All
Now
right,
it's your
I
turn.
am Octo. I was not here last week because I came down with the flu, but I am playing Drake.
All right, and we'll turn the recap over to Drake. You watched the recording, right?
Damn it.
No, we'll go ahead and turn the recap over to Reinhardt.
All right, pardon any barking dogs in the background. So, last time...
I said I
we
turned it
were
over to
going-
Reinhardt, not Moriarty.
So apologies if you can hear dogs barking through the aether. So, last week, we were dealing with some spirits that were in a homeless shelter. Those spirits, well, were not spirits, but instead werebats. So, there may be spirits here still, not certain. Either way, we decided to go about investigating the individuals in the basement, of which there seem to be many missing persons. Those missing persons were found to be dead, killed by the werebat in a ritual to try to ascend a child to a werebat form, whereas the individuals abducted were not children. We were going to be investigating deeper inside of the werebat's home when an individual came before us and asked what we were doing very calmly in the home, while the werebat was off in the corner being enraged that its most recent air quotations child had been abducted. And by abducted, it really had just escaped.
That sounds about right with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
By the way, Drake, you are still with everyone. You were
Alright.
with the group beforehand, so you are with everyone at the moment.
All right.
I do believe we left off specifically with the guy asking, "What are you doing in our home?" And then we cut.
Correct. That is exactly where we left off. Standing in the doorway of the door that you guys came into when you entered this large cavern, which basically pretty much all of you identified as like a cairn. A very specific kind of cairn. This is not normal. This place is not like a normal cairn like over at the lake. That is a naturally occurring one. This one is very weird. You need some time to study it to figure out why it's different, but yeah, this place is kooky. This place is very kooky.
Actually, correction. Slight correction.
Yes.
We did not leave off on him asking what are we doing in his home. We left off with Reinhardt saying an investigation and him saying, "Tell me more." Or tell me all about it, something like that.
When you guys were investigating everything, you'd found the bodies, as mentioned, and a figure had shown up at the door that you guys came in. The one way that seems to be in and out of this cavern that you can easily see, at least. He looks to be a serpent. His scales are starting to shift colors now. It's shifting between different shades of colors. Before settling right now on a dark brown scale color. That seems to be more by choice. He is wearing a pair of shorts. He doesn't look to be wearing a shirt at the moment. At his sides, though, he has two blades, with each one has a curved blade to it, and they're sheathed at his sides. His hands are kind of resting on the handles, but he has not drawn them or has taken an aggressive stance towards you. He's more just kind of watching all of you. You can't really get, like, based on his body language, like, how he's feeling and such. So, what sort of investigation are you doing? Hmm?
I was muted.
The curse
I
is
was-
jumped.
I was about to say, not everyone talk at once.
But we have seemed to come across an individual that seems to have been previously considered to be extinct.
Indeed. What do
What do you
all
know about this?
Quite a lot, honestly. I am more interested, though, in how you found out about this place, though.
Well,
But
people were going missing.
And what is this saying? A magician never reveals all his secrets. Some things like that.
I see. Hello there, Perry. What are you doing here? Usually you're not supposed to come down here. And his form ripples and shifts and changes to an older man. He has a bit of a a sort of Asian look to him, though you're not exactly sure what nationality he would be. You can't really place it.
Ah, you know him. My hand is shown.
Harry, you recognize him. This is Director Fu. He is the man in charge of the shelter here.
This is the person that disappeared that we were looking for.
Well, this is one of them.
Your presence here, Perry, is one of the reasons I did not attack when I saw all of you here. However, I do expect an explanation. What investigation are you doing?
We found out that people were disappearing from the shelter. And so I got a few friends to help investigate.
The buzzing is
see.
back, or
Gosh darn it, hang on a second. Let me try this. How's this?
Don't hear it right now.
Perfect. I suppose I can answer a few questions. I've already shown myself to you all. So I suppose answering question for question would be fair. You may ask a question and I will answer it, but I expect an answer from you in exchange. Do you find this agreeable?
Sounds good to me.
You may ask your first question.
Considerations.
Considerations indeed.
Anyone
Am I asking the question, or
can. Anyone's free to.
I guess? Harry, do you have any questions?
How long the Camzot's been down here?
He is more of a recent creation, about a month and a half, 2 months, give or take.
A recent creation. How did you go about creating it?
He lifts the finger. My turn
Question for
first.
question.
How many other people know about your investigation?
Reinhardt taps his chin for a moment. Cody, did you tell Ciazus?
no, I did not.
I don't think any of the other mages knows. And Depends on who these werewolves have told, if anyone.
He shifts his attention over towards Perry and the others.
Couple people at the manor, at least.
I should, but pardon me. The cold weather is not agreeing with me sometimes. I should clarify that I am a private investigator, and that my findings are all confidential. There's no government agency behind me, nor anyone who I will be reporting this to.
He seems to be watching you very carefully as you speak, Reinhardt. Like, very, very closely. Before he nods slightly. Acceptable answer. Your next question?
Yes, do tell us how you were able to make an extinct species no longer extinct. Especially of such a powerful variety.
He chuckles a little bit. A group of werewolves. I'll use werewolves as that is the most common thing that you would be used to. What with being them and such. For the most part. He kind of glances at the two mages before he continues again. A werewolf is not necessarily a werewolf because they go through the first change. That is only half of it. Having the blood of a werewolf running through your veins. Without the pack totem, without the spirit that those werewolves dedicate themselves to, there would be no chance for a werewolf to fully awaken to their gifts and their abilities. It is why there will be no new white howlers, because Lion has lost his place as a totem. He now serves Griffin. So no matter what would happen with the Black Spiral Dancers, none of them could theoretically become a White Howler without extenuating circumstances. He waves a hand down to the hall where you guys can still hear the bat smashing things and crying and yelling. They are not created necessarily exactly the way you all are. They are not born. They are given the gift of Bat's blessing, usually when they are babies, either as a bat or as a human, and are inducted into the tribe that way. It is a specific ritual done in a specific location. He waves a hand to this cavern, which I have worked to create here.
So you are saying that that thing was once a common bat?
No, he was human.
Ah. It
The-
seems very desperate.
The ritual did not work out the way I was hoping it would work. It requires further refinements.
Honestly, they sound a lot like children of Gaia. They with me and Perry, we're either born human or born wolf.
I attempted to create a shortcut for my ritual to try to induct an adult into the werebats, to make it so we would have some soldiers to assist us in protecting Gaia. I have recently learned that Bat has begun to return, that he has been partially redeemed into the eyes of Gaia. And so, with that returning back to us, it is possible that his children could one day grace the skies again.
Well, you know, under proper circumstances.
Yes, the ritual that I used was what I was able to cobble together from old texts and information of the places that we once guarded for them. We have quite a lot of knowledge that we have guarded over the centuries. I attempted to extrapolate the ritual from this in order to bring them back.
So why is this one a bat but insane?
Question for question.
Ah,
My next question. What do you intend to do with the information about these? As he waves a hand to the dead bodies.
this information was for me to have investigated, and this is my employer. He just casually gestures to Perry. So what he does with this information is his business. I will not be retaining it.
He's going to look over at you, Perry, at that.
I can keep secrets.
He'll nod slightly.
So I should recommend that you try to prevent further instances before other individuals, such as proper law enforcement, begin digging their nose into things. I am very much laid back in my findings more often than not, but other individuals who seek justice and honor, well, they are normally more of a pain to deal with on these matters.
He'll nod slightly. I thank you for the advice.
So it would be better if we could find Bat to get his blessing.
It's not that I had an issue with, I'm afraid. The ritual worked. Bat gave his blessings for a new child to be born. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a werebat.
Hmm.
It would have failed as it failed with them. That is why they died. Bat found them to be unworthy.
Was this one a child? I know this is a question, but it is for context. Was this one that you made a child?
He was an adult.
Okay.
All were adults who had come here for either treatment or just to get off the streets.
He's very curious that he accepted one adult, not more.
As you answered my question, I will be willing to give you more information if that is what you wish.
Yes, please. If you do have the knowledge.
I only have my theory. I have taken my time before I attempted this in order to extrapolate of possibilities that could happen. I believed that as Bat had partially fallen to the worm, that some corruption may be a necessity to the ritual. I was unsure of what the degree of corruption might be needed. Perhaps it was just minor touch, as most people have, or did it require a deeper level of darkness in order to attract back attention and kinship?
Wait, hold on. Was it not a rumor that the bat fell to the room, to the one, and not an actual truth?
Oh,
Or-
Bat had fallen to the worm for hundreds of years.
Ah,
For
I thought
almost
that
450 years now.
Mm.
I thought that was a rumor that was used to try to drive Guy away from the bat.
He smiles. It was.
I thought it was nothing more than that. and that it
Yep.
was something that had driven a divide, but had not caused the bat to, well, go insane, but rather to simply make him lose power.
When Bat's final child died, back in the 16th century, when he was murdered, Bat felt that death. So the stories go. And it was in that moment that he lost himself and fell to the worm for vengeance and despair.
What is it that caused a change most recently, especially with Gaia?
He seems to consider this for a moment. In deference to my relationship with Perry, further questions will require an oath in blood. If you break this oath, I will know, and you will die.
Reinhardt produces a knife.
I think I like you. This ritual will do nothing so long as you do not disclose this information to anyone else other than who is standing in this room.
I have had many oaths and many secrets in my days. I am no stranger.
I too will be held to this oath as well. Would you be willing to accept this in exchange for further information?
Reinhardt, do you know who you're dealing with?
Do I need to know who I'm dealing with?
It would be wise to find out before you make deals.
You can attempt an occult roll for this.
I know the nature of deals. This deal does not have any fine print or hidden text.
And I will roll on it.
Okay. Intelligence plus occult.
I'll try as well.
I will say that I am a knight of one of the fair folk. I am uncertain if I would be able to take this particular contract.
He seems to look at you for a moment before nodding. You would be able to. So long as you swore an oath upon your name, it would probably be even more effective than mine.
Very well. That upon
All
my
right.
name of Cody Taylor, I swear.
Critical, Nevin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Harry,
rolled for-
Reinhardt, Barney.
Not
Ye-
Barney, just Reinhardt.
Reinhardt, sorry. Wow, I was like, your thing on there.
Yeah. I rolled because I figured. Also, I do have Barney selected. I should have Reinhardt, but whatever. Too late.
You're good.
I rolled for him because I figured he probably has enough knowledge just from baseline that he would know by instinct. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. So, you guys, Perry, Reinhardt, Nevin, you guys know this is one of the Naga, the were serpents. They are considered to be extinct. They are thought to have been extinct. They were thought to have been wiped out in the War of Rage that killed quite a few of the changing breeds.
A lot of things coming out from extinction now.
They were thought to have been extinct.
That's what they would like you to think. They're the secret police.
Yes. They serve very few people know that they did anything. Most
There is no
werewolves,
there is no war in Bossing say.
exactly. Most do not know what they did. No one really knows what their purpose was, what their duty to Gaia was. All they kind of remember them as cold, aloof creatures who just did what they did and then left and never really told anyone why they would do anything. Some of the some of the werewolves even claimed that the Naga were creatures of the worm due to their affinity to snakes. Um, this is not true, though. The Naga's duty was to hunt down those who betrayed their duties to Gaia, who abused the trust that was given to them, and who used their places in the world to harm Gaia and the other shapeshifters. They were the ones the Naga hunted down and murdered and punished. That was their duty.
Gaia's secret police.
Basically, yes, that was their duty.
Mhm.
What ended up happening, though, was one of their own felt in temptation at the worst possible time and proceeded to assassinate one of the leaders of the werewolves during a peace meeting. And when this happened, this set off the War of Rage and basically caused an all-out war between all of the shapeshifters. And everyone thought during that war that the Naga were wiped out. However, they still work from the shadows, watching over those who think they are untouchable and basically giving justice. They also do their own things too, basically doing what they believe is their purpose.
Does that help explain a few things?
Yeah,
Um,
Ronhardt's still in.
Also, you guys would know a few thing about their rules and such. One of them is to preserve the sacred secret at all cost, to make sure that nobody knows of them. And also another one is never hunt alone. That they should always hunt in at least groups of 3. Basically to ensure that proper judgment is passed between the 3 of them, as well as to prevent any Nagas from being corrupted by the worm, because if such an event should happen, they will be immediately murdered by their 2 companions to prevent that. Those are basically the big ones for them.
So yes, I'd take the blood oath.
Okay.
Cody already swore on the on his name, so
Barney pull out a knife. So what about Nevin and Drake? Are you guys willing to make the oath?
Nevin also draws his knife, readying it
Well,
like in his to cut his hand.
while I don't like to keep secrets between my other pack mates, I pull out my knife.
A nod.
Uh,
He will begin speaking words that you guys let me check something actually real quick. Give me 1 moment. Da 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 da. Let's see. Let me check something real quick because we haven't rolled this before. So I want to see, make sure I give you the right one to roll.
Especially since it's 2 different types of characters.
Mm-hmm. Werewolves, this would be an intelligence plus academics roll. And for our mages, I believe it is the same thing, but I am double checking.
what are we rolling for? Sorry.
I'm
See if
checking
you
for the mages
understand.
real quick.
No,
Yes,
what
to
are we?
understand what he's.
Oh, what he's saying.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I'm double checking the sheet real quick.
Yeah, we've got intelligence academics.
Okay, yep, it'd be academics. I thought you guys both had academics, but I wasn't 100%. Int plus academics, please.
First time I've used this stat, and it wasn't even for the mage game.
And remember, for werewolves, if you have none in academics, it's a -3 instead of a -1.
okay.
Good job, Cody. You have a translator app.
No, Cody doesn't even need a translator app. I think Cody must have taken a class on ancient Hindi here. Like, Cody, you can hear him and you understand that language. This is like 14th century um this is like a 14th century dialect from India that probably hasn't been spoken in like 400 years. Not only are you able to identify exactly what the language is, you know the exact dialect that is being spoken and can understand it and speak it perfectly. Oh, don't worry, darling. That one's far too easy for me. I'm going to let you have your fun.
Okay, where am I hearing this from?
This is coming from the snake. From the Naga. He's speaking it as he's walking to each of you and basically cutting your arm with his claw. Basically what he's saying, Cody, that you can understand is he is beseeching the 3 mothers, Gaia, Luna, and Aspa, the snake god that basically serves as like the basically is the holy river to the Naga. That one of the holiest spirits to them besides Gaia and Luna. The River Mother is a name for her. And
Okay.
he's basically beseeching the three mothers to watch over this promise and oath and to see that it is kept, and those who basically make it are protected, and that should anyone break it, that the one who does be punished and destroyed as according to the sacred laws.
Okay. And what was that about them saying that this one was way too easy and they're gonna let us have this, or?
That was Domino.
Because he said the P
Oh.
word.
Oh.
I said the P word, which means he might show up.
Fair enough.
Yes, he basically goes to each of you and makes a cut along your arm with his claw as he speaks this, and basically with your blood marks out a rune on your body. It's a very beautiful like line art sort of thing. I'm trying to remember the name for this type of artwork, and I do not remember it. With long, like, flowing lines and such. And when he finishes with each one, it sort of glows for a moment before it becomes basically little curved lines around your wrist, almost like in the shape of a snake.
Oh, so henna.
Yes, thank you. That is it. And you can feel like there is a bit of power within that little artwork, the henna tattoo that he makes. And your guys' bodies basically regenerate almost instantly. Even the mages heal extremely quickly. And he also does it to himself as well. And once he is finished, he will step back and he will speak a prayer of thanks before he will look at all of you again. The three mothers have been offered this oath and they have accepted. You may now ask your questions freely.
Oh.
I murdered someone. No.
Oh no, you killed him.
I didn't mean to assassinate him.
Hello?
Hello.
Welcome back,
Hi.
Reinhardt.
No,
My Discord decided to have a heart attack. Sorry.
You're good. Yes. You are now free to ask any question you wish.
So how did Zebat come back into the graces of Gaia? That was the question I left off on.
A few years ago, a wolf of the Shadow Lords, the tribe that killed the last wolf, made a very dangerous descent into the brain. Work for me, please. Wow. I am wow. Hang on.
take your time.
Can't believe I'm stumbling on this for some reason. My brain just went blank for a second.
Happens to the best of us.
Yes. He made a descent down into Malpheus itself, where the worm and its most powerful servants reside, deep in the Umbra. He was on a quest to offer restitution for what his tribe did in the past to bats. And he made multiple journeys there, but his efforts were not in vain. He was able to start pulling Bat back to us, eventually leading to Bat slipping free from the worm's clutches, though even now he strains against part of himself that is still a minion of the worm. This has not been widely disclosed for obvious reasons. That is how Bat has returned. Though not fully healed yet, he is still better than what he once was. We worry that if the werewolves were fully aware of Bat's return, they would rest at nothing in order to kill him, in order to prevent a chance of him falling back to the worm.
Were you silent for a long second there, or did I just cut out?
You might
You
have cut
just
out.
cut out.
Okay. I
Jerk.
missed a chunk of the story then. My Discord is being stupid. Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
still here.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how much of the story I missed.
Basically, most of the werewolves have not been told that Bat is back because they are afraid that if they knew, they would try to murder Bat in order to make sure that it either wasn't a trick or that so Bat couldn't refall again.
But how did Bat get into the graces of Gaia?
One of the members of the tribe who killed the last werebat, the Shadow Lords, they
Right.
basically made a trek down into Malpheus itself, which is the lair of the worm, where all of his most powerful minions and servants are, and basically went to Bat there and basically started offering restitution and trying to redeem Bat, and he eventually succeeded.
Okay, cool.
This was in like the last 10 years that this happened, and it's been a very, very well kept secret. The Shadow Lords are perfect when it comes to secrets. It's sort of what they do.
Who was this individual? Are they still
I'm sorry,
around?
they're what when they come to secrets?
Very good at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Good, yes.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Timber
Thank you,
__
Timber.
Tyrants _ Templar just resubscribed for 16 months. Oh well.
Oh,
Ooh. Who dares invoke that word?
Timber did. Oh,
Hey Zim,
Yes?
have you made it a card yet?
Made what a card?
Making the game slightly more perfect.
You have confused me.
You don't have a card to make the game perfect?
there is a card
I
that does that.
do.
Okay. Then you've made it a card.
Kerr has asked
didn't know
me
if you
to
made
play
the
the card multiple times.
Oh,
Oh no, that card's just a card that's read by Domino.
Oh, no, that's his card.
Oh, that is his card. Okay.
Yeah, that's the card that calls him.
Okay.
what are we trying to
The
call?
image on it is literally a bag of salt.
If you don't
Hey,
give me
play the
something to
card.
do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Ron the scores him says perfect.
I didn't know that the text to speech said perfect. I always missed that. I always was more distracted by the audio. Is that Stamper, by the way, that does the audio?
It's
I
from
don't remember
Baldur's
which
Gate.
one, but it's
Oh, it's from
yeah.
Baldur's Gate. Okay, that's probably not Stamper then.
I thought that was Stamper though, huh?
It sounds like him so much.
It really does.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he did work on Baldur's Gate. But anyways, we're on a tangent. Let's get back to the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this individual that did the redemption thing, are they still around?
They are, yes. They were a direct descendant of the one who made the killing blow. They're still working to try to help that.
Wonder if we should look into that further at some point, maybe.
I mean, that is up to you. This feels like more werewolf business, if that makes sense.
That is true, Reinhardt.
Is there any other questions that you have about what's going on here?
How we can help?
He seems to consider that for a moment.
How you can help. No offense, I do not want to be dragged into these pieces of business dealing with these ancient beings. So, I suppose if you actually paid me, I could potentially reconsider.
He seems to consider that. Right now, the issue we have is the ritual that I used to create the first werebat is unstable. It killed these while only letting one actually gain any abilities or powers of bats. And you've seen what it did to his mind. Bat's utter obsession with family has basically taken complete control, hence the way he is.
Yes, I presume that's not very good for whatever you're trying to achieve.
Mm.
It is basically useless for our purpose. They're not effective werebats, but this is something that I have done, and I am not willing to kill him.
And this is still Bat's child.
Correct. There is no need to antagonize Bat by murdering one of his children.
A generous bestowal.
Turkeme tipped $10.
Thank you so much for the support, Toshime. Tier 1 has been completed.
Yay, Tier 1!
Now for Tier 2!
I believe if I had enough time, I would be able to refine the ritual more. But that is something that is going to take time and research before I could even attempt it. He looks at Perry. I would be indebted if you were to assist, but I understand if you have other things you need to do. And of course, my research will take weeks, possibly months, before it would be something I would call on you to help me with.
I'd be able to use my resources and be able to help you.
He nods. Hey, Drake.
Mm-hmm.
While this is going on, you feel a very, very large something brush against your leg.
Oh.
Baby?
Did you just say no?
I said, oh.
Okay.
But Cher's like, nope, not that time.
Drake, when you look down, there is a very, very large anaconda there.
How
Like-
big is this anaconda?
And more
Like,
importantly, do you have buns, son?
like this thing looks like it's big enough that if it wanted to eat a person, it could probably eat a person.
Ooh.
Oh, Timber, thank you very much for that subscription to Streamloots.
Got him! Got him!
Son of a bitch. Okay.
And so that you do know, Zim, the subscriber popped up twice.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm not sure why, but I can't do much about that. That's on their end.
Okay.
But I'll
Okay.
let them know.
Okay. So,
A generous bestowal.
UI.
Larzang tipped $15.
Money.
Nani.
Thank
Lars,
you.
thank you so much for that donation. And now we are on to Tier 3. We're getting closer to being able to pay rent.
Yes. Yes, we
Rent
are.
money, isn't it great?
Yeah,
You just eat
this
plastic.
this is what pays our rent every week is my games.
Some of the other games get money too. Sometimes.
Yes, but Kerr doesn't get a share of those.
Mm-hmm.
The other DMs
Right,
do.
Right, but you still like get money out of
It usually isn't enough to pay for my rent.
it.
Yeah,
They,
my 3 games is basically what pays our rent.
at least when the goals get completed. Otherwise, I have to pull and scrounge from other sources, like the other games. But I also have other other costs with running streams that I have to pay for. For example, the monthly server subscription, which is actually increasing in cost here soon. So if I could somehow get, $400 or $500, I forget how much, that would be great, because I could at least pay for a year of subscription on the server at the cheaper price now than when it goes up. Prolong that price increase. But I don't have that much money to spare.
I just paid house taxes, so
Yeah, I totally understand.
This is not me trying to get anybody to throw the money at me. Also, I'm doing a survey for Twitch right now as well, just idly in the background. And one of these things says, please choose the answer choice never. The answer choices are not at all familiar, slightly familiar, moderately familiar, very familiar, and extremely familiar. I have no idea what they want me to choose.
Never.
Never.
I'm guessing I'll go with not at all familiar because it's the closest to never, but...
Never say never, whatever you do.
Also, Lars, thank you very much for that subscription on Stream Loots. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I thought that I was still going, but apparently I had to cut there for some reason.
I don't know if it renews every month. Honestly, I don't know much about the subscription thing because very few people use it. But it does give you a lot of reactions per month that you can use. Just preferably don't spam them too much. Otherwise, I'll have to reduce the amount you get.
Case in point.
Oh, gosh.
Timber, I'll get that pack sent to you now.
All right. All right, so what is this anaconda doing right now besides crawling up my leg?
Oh, it's not crawling up your leg, it's crawling against you.
Against my leg, okay.
It's passing.
Okay,
And
just passing my leg, okay.
And the snake stops and looks up at you.
Uh-huh.
Does it have big puppy dog eyes? Big puppy snake eyes?
Puppy snake eyes.
Puppy snake eyes. He's adorable. I want to kill him.
no.
All right.
Teams of 3.
Yeah, a second.
Does it give a little bit?
So I'm
like a little mouth honk.
Yeah. So I'm assuming this is another child of Luna here. Possibly, just another Naga but this time in snake form.
It could be.
Okay. Any way I could find out?
You can make a intelligence plus occult roll.
All right, I'll try that. Not my best, but I'm decent. Oh, nice.
Oh, look at you.
All
That
right.
is exceptionally well rolled.
6 successes. This does not seem to be an actual were creature.
Okay. Just a regular snake. All right.
A very, very large snake.
I'm gonna boop the snoot.
It flicks its tongue out.
Yeah.
You have booped a snoot.
I have booped that danger noodle.
Hey, Nevin.
Mm-hmm.
You feel something brush up against your leg.
Oh,
And when you look down, there is a large hooded king cobra there.
Oh, that's not a puppy snake.
That's definitely a danger noodle.
That's danger.
oh.
Yeah.
I kind of tense up a bit.
It looks up at you. But it doesn't look like it has done anything, as it just, like, flicks its tongue out before starting to curl up on your foot.
I kind of tilt my head, but don't really move.
The Naga looks over at you, Devin. I think he likes you.
I haven't really seen anything like this one. At least not the up close like this.
Okay. Are you gonna try to get the snake off of your foot?
No.
It's not.
I'll try not to I'll try not to agitate it or
Okay.
antagonize it in any way.
And you are okay. The snake is not going to do anything. If you wish to help me, I will appreciate it. And I will also help you to make sure that you are able to get out of here safely. I don't think you would like it if Junior saw you here.
I will say that I could just take us all out of here very easily.
As your choice, I was simply attempting to be a good host. I was honestly surprised I wasn't going to have to kill you all.
Some individuals are certainly more reasonable than others.
He'll nod slightly. Before he's going to look at Perry. I've heard whispers that you are planning something with one of the great betrayers of Gaia that's coming here in the next few days.
Yeah, trying to get rid of him.
He'll nod. Good. Make sure you exact punishment for everything he has done.
That's the plan.
Perhaps my kind may be able to offer you a little bit of assistance. But we are not allowed to usually act openly. Whatever assistance we might be able to give you, well, would just be from the shadows. But we may be there. Is there anything else you wish to talk about?
Cody, Reinhardt, do you have any questions?
Oh, no. Like I said, I was more curious about the other things. It's probably best I not get involved, and as I said, if you insist on me getting involved, I will be charging.
I don't intend to force anyone to assist me. That is not
Oh,
our
not
way.
you. I was speaking with the werewolf.
With me.
So if you wish to hire my services, I am always available.
Oh, no,
Would you like my
slightly.
card?
I have it.
Ah. You've heard of me, then.
Indeed. I take it as a point of pride to know everyone who resides in a city that may be important in the supernatural circles.
Hey, look, someone thinks you're important.
Yeah, that is nice. Would be nice if that actually paid.
He's going to pause and look over at you, Cody. A word of advice. I wouldn't necessarily trust the one that you serve.
Oh, don't worry. I do not trust him at all.
Wait, trust who?
Domino?
Ah.
I don't trust him at all, but he has his uses, and I believe I can at least somewhat handle him if anything comes up. At least alongside my friends.
He'll nod slightly.
Since the cobra seems friendly, I try to touch it.
It hisses and nuzzles your hand.
Nice.
He's a good snake.
Maybe someone else would like a snake as well.
And going to be paying.
A gleaming endowment.
Larzang tipped $25.
Thank you so much for that, Lars. We are now on to our next tier, tier 4. Just 2 more tiers left. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it.
Wait, you have a 6-tier system?
5.
Oh, okay.
It depends on the overall goal, but originally it was going to be 4 tiers for the donation goals, but then I'm like, the jump from 50 to 100 is a bit much, so we're gonna do 75 there for tier 4, and then tier 5 is the final, which technically is 110 because, like I said, Kerr's games are used for rent, and the extra 10 is to cover PayPal fees.
Hmm.
And using 2 points in cult for this current time, paying Reinhardt.
Oh, paying Reinhardt, that's going to take at least 5 dots of resources.
It'll only take like 2.
Hey, Reinhardt.
Yes.
There's someone leaning against you.
Oh, hello.
There's someone leaning against you. Basically, it feels like their back is against your back. And they're just kind of just leaning against you, like putting their weight against you, so you have to support them.
Reinhardt steps forward.
And you see all of you guys literally saw one moment there was nothing there, and the next something just came out of Reinhardt's shadow and just started leaning against him. When you step forward, Reinhardt, the figure just looks like he starts to fall before his arms basically move, almost like unhinging from their sockets as he catches himself and basically does a handstand before twisting his body and coming back up again.
The fuck is that?
He looks to be a man in his mid-20s. He's wearing a black, basically in not a suit, but it covers basically from his feet up to his neck. It's like just a black garment that covers his whole body almost, except for his fingers and his head.
Who is this?
Hmm.
Whomstov.
So, what are you doing in our lair? Boo? We have guests? This isn't normal. We've made an accord. They are to be offered guest right while they are here. They may be assisting us in our issues. The new figure snaps his fingers, and Nevin, the snake that's sleeping on your foot, lifts its head up before quickly starting to slither over to him as he kind of just bends down, and it actually crawls up and begins wrapping around his arm.
Aw.
Ah, guests. Been a while. My name is Rian. Nice to meet you. Glad I don't have to kill you. That's usually what I do. As he just kind of pets his snake on the head.
Me.
He kind of pauses and looks at Perry.
You
Oh, go ahead.
all are rather obsessed with killing people, aren't you?
It's our job. It's our role. And we have to keep ourselves a secret. Usually anyone who finds out about us, he kind of flicks his thumb across his neck.
I see.
Nothing personal. Just what has to be done. He looks over at you, Perry. I've seen you around, haven't I, around here? You're one of the people that works here.
Yeah, up top. volunteer my time.
He looks over at Fu. I told you someone would come down here. You said they would follow the sign. I told you we should have put in more security. Fu just kind of waves him off. Like, not in front of the guests right now.
It took a bit of doing to actually find here.
Yeah, it wasn't really easy.
There's that at least.
And the front desk guy quit.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. After we started asking questions, he just kind of gave up and said, I'm done.
Really? Now I'm gonna have to find a new person. Joy. So, what the fuck are you guys doing here? They're here investigating the werebat. Oh, well, that just takes all the fun out of this. So, were you guys gonna leave, or are we stuck with you right now?
We will leave when everything is settled.
Yeah, we should probably get going.
I mean, I suppose you'll contact us if you need something.
I'll probably be the one that gets sent to talk to you guys. I'm the one who usually goes out because someone doesn't like going out and dealing with people. As he kind of just glares over at Fu when he says that. Fu just looks imperiously at him and eventually he backs down.
We should probably send someone to actually track down the werewolf that was freed. Just so no panic is like spread among the children of Gaia.
Don't worry, I took care of it. And no, he's not dead.
Good, I was about to ask that.
No, he's valuable. He keeps Junior under control, so I just put him back with Junior to calm him down. Yeah, you guys do notice that since he showed up, Junior's tantrum has died off.
Oh yeah, I should probably go try to fix the door. Sorry about that.
He waves it off. We can fix it. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure? I kinda... Well, I kinda used my gift to shape it into a more convenient removal, and I mean, if you can just replace the door or the lock.
Something more important is your janitor up there also has a symbol, a tattoo symbol of a spiral dancer.
They both stop at that. What are you talking about?
Well, it is likely something that is not to be worried about. Someone had talked him into getting a tattoo from a local parlor. The local parlor had the spiral symbol, and he thought it was neat. But he does not seem to have any true knowledge or...
It's still something that they need to be aware of.
Yes, you should be aware of it, absolutely, but I do not believe he bears it with any form of intent.
Who was this
Interesting.
person?
No true
Is it-
affiliation with the spiral dancers, I assume, but well, it was a bit suspect.
I
It
do
was
not
Reinhardt
believe
who
he
got the
was-
name.
Jake,
Yeah, Jake from State Farm.
Yep. We don't have a Jake on payroll.
That is interesting then.
They kind of look at each other. Do you know where he is now?
Upstairs. At least he was.
They kind of share a look. I believe this meeting is over. We need to attend to this.
Of course. By all means.
They're going to look over at Fu is going to look over at Cody. You said that you can escort your group out safely?
Yes, I can.
Please do so. We need to take care of this Jake issue.
Cody will bring up his wrist computer, tap in coordinates for his manor, and poof us all there.
will I teleport my car as well?
You can attempt to. You may make your Arete roll.
A lot of extremes with that roll.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
4 successes.
Yep. You were able to port everyone and the car out.
Thank goodness, it would be extremely painful for me to come back for it.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And may I ask why you're driving a monstrosity like this?
Well,
What was this?
it's got
what was this car
sentimental value.
Sentimental value does not mean that it's good on the environment, let alone for approaching people unseen.
I know, but I also live out in the country.
I see. No matter if you want to drive something like that, I suppose. Well, actually, I guess I could stop you. But it's no... It is whatever you wish to do, I suppose. What were you going to say, Moriarty?
You could quite easily, yes.
Yes, I mean, if the vehicle were on the moon, it's not like you'd be driving it anymore.
Yes, but at the same time, that would be extremely harmful for any future, like, what's the word?
Don't send it to the moon.
future,
The Fey folk don't need a car.
well, the future correspondence between our groups. I was hoping I could actually help your group, maybe as a sign of good faith, since you assisted us.
Well, I'm afraid it does not have a gun on it, so I do not believe that that vehicle would be very assistant. Or be much of assistance.
Well, it doesn't have a mounted gun, but I do have guns back home, and I do always carry guns with me.
Carry guns with you? What are you, a barbarian? As Cody just reaches into his reaches out, his arm disappears for a moment, and it comes back out of a into view holding a shotgun. Why carry guns with you? So uncivilized.
I suppose anyone who has to do a bit of manual labor is also uncivilized to you.
Oh no, that does make sense. But just
He does
walking
call me
around
uncivilized.
walking around carrying a gun in public, not particularly, not really a civilized action at all.
I mean, I didn't bring my rifle with me today, because we were supposed to be doing an investigation, not a combat. Like,
Don't worry, you brought your guns with you, and I'll point to your arms.
Well, perhaps we'll call on you at some point. I really could not say. But for now, I suppose our business is concluded.
Good luck with your adventures.
And to you
And
as
don't-
well.
And don't pop out of existence.
I would also not recommend that.
So far, the only times that I have popped out of existence have been due to the acts of my compatriots. One in particular decided to reach through time and obliterate something in the past. It did not go over well for us.
I don't know. With the magic that you're using right there, it looks like you're popping in and out of.
Oh, no. And he'll make a window into his armory, which has just about any form of weapon that you could possibly want. I
See?
simply...
You're stepping in and out of reality by going through that.
No. I simply shorten the distance between where I am here and where this is located.
I think he called it some weird thing like a wormhole or something.
Pedantics.
It does not go outside of reality at all. It just kind of makes a shortcut, as it were.
I do not like the worms.
All reality bending vortexes aside, what are you gonna do next?
Well, we are dealing with our own situations. Did you see the shit? What did the mages do?
I'm confused on the timeline right now. I don't know if the tournament is still ongoing right now for the mages, at least in this time frame, or what?
We were going to find that out next game for mages.
Yeah. But we're kind of going to need an answer right now, Kerr, to continue this discussion. Kerr?
Have I been fucking muted this entire time?
You
Yep.
have indeed.
Oh, yep.
Indeed.
I have been talking this entire time and you guys haven't heard me. Intense internal screaming. Okay, let me go back into that then for you guys. This takes place before the final round, Cody. Basically what happened last week.
Okay. We are currently in the middle of some manner of ramshackle tournament.
I see. I don't suppose there's like anything going on that requires like immediate like assistance, perhaps.
Is very unlikely. We have a good handle on it. No offense.
Besides, I doubt that they would accept late entries.
Fair enough. I guess I'll.
It is very magical bullshit anyways. So I would not recommend getting involved.
I mean, you haven't seen me in proper action yet, but
True that I should state they have done some things that I should not speak so lightly of them.
But regardless, I will not interfere this time. I will keep my eyes out for the future, though.
I suppose let us know if you have things that you need further assistance with. You have my number. As stated before, this one was free thanks to the tank. I will be charging for the next one.
And I do tip you the 2 points.
Oh,
I said I would pay for this job.
it was not required. I was more than willing to not do that for you. I mean to make. You don't need to pay. You gave us a tank. You do not need to pay. But if you are going to pay me, I will not say no to the money.
I think you two did an admirable job.
Is he still insisting on giving me money, or is he not? I need to know.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool.
For the
Reinhardt
record,
happy.
this would be a one-time 2 dots resource, not a permanent thing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
$100.
Actually, I think 2 dots would be more than 100.
Really?
2 dots would basically pay for an apartment for a month.
Oh, so 500.
More like
What the
1 or
hell kind of
2,000.
apartment are you? Where the hell are you finding an apartment for $500?
Manitowoc, Wisconsin.
Jeez.
Hun, did you have the same thought of, well, we're moving there?
Yes. Yes.
All right, I'll try to get a place nice and ready for you guys. I'll talk to the property managers, and we'll see you soon.
Like, rent here is like, for a 1-bedroom in Omaha, it's like between $12 to $2,000 for a
That
1-bedroom.
is, that's insane. I could get like a 2-bedroom in Milwaukee for like $1,000 and under.
Yeah, that's still cheaper than places like anywhere in California, New York, Texas.
Yeah, if you want places with good rent, go to like states that like no one wants to live in, like Wisconsin.
One would think Nebraska would be one of those.
One would think that.
We live in Omaha, that's why. Omaha is basically like the Omaha and Lincoln are the only 2 actual cities in Omaha, basically.
You know where probably has the best rent? Georgia.
Actually, Alaska.
Oh yeah, they pay you to live there.
Yeah, exactly. They're so desperate for people to live there, they pay them.
No, as a joke, I was looking through jobs for like government jobs, and TSA is hiring for jobs in Alaska. Do you know how much they're paying for a part-time employee up in some of the Alaskan cities?
How much?
$500,000.
What?
Yearly.
Sheesh.
Well, Kurt, I
Part-time.
say my job can
Annually?
be done from just about anywhere.
Uh-huh.
Annually?
Yes, annually $500,000.
Fucking hey TSA, what do I need to do?
They don't pay you to travel or to move there, but
Bro, with that kind of money, I don't need to be paid to travel or move there. I just need to get there.
It's like it comes out to like somewhere like $40 or $50 an hour.
Part-time.
Part-time, yeah.
That's like how many hours a week?
20 to 30.
Okay, Kurt. We're moving. I've got a friend up there. A very close friend. I'm sure she'd be able to help us out for a bit.
No, here's your game plan. Here's what you do. If you have a friend up there, ask them if you can like stay there for like a little while. While you're there, you put in the application. You get the job
Takes 6
first.
months.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say better to secure the job first.
Yeah, get the job first. Then, if you got a friend up there, see if you can like bunk with them for a little bit until you find a place that will like that you can rent from. Maybe wait for like a paycheck or 2 if you can like convince your friend to let you stay with them for a prolonged period of time.
Let's make this happen, Kerr. I don't mind living in Alaska. I hate the heat.
Yeah, no, at one of these places, the one that pays the most, there's basically about 4 to 5 months where there is just no sunlight at all.
Yep. That sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Doesn't
don't
sound
like
any
sun.
different from Finland, honestly.
You do have to watch out for polar bears.
It's not like I see the sun anyways.
What, I'm going to be missing out on the sunset? Do you know how often I play Sea of Thieves? There's plenty of sun in the Sea of Thieves.
My only concern is getting decent internet up there, but
If you go to one of the bigger cities like Anchorage, it's not that big of a problem.
No, you don't go to Anchorage. These are in like the middle of nowhere places that are paying this.
Ooh, okay, that will be a little bit more painful. I mean, okay. Maybe you'll need to commute. But hey, like an hour's commute for a part-time job that pays that much, I'd say it's worth it. I'd say it's worth it.
You start at 3 a.m. and then you get done about 8 a.m. and then basically it's like 3 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd fucking do that. I'd do that. I would do that.
I used to do that twice for like almost 2 years.
You already got the sleep schedule down then. Fuck, what are you waiting for? You get good money. Good money. That's good money. That is enough for you and your boyfriend to live off of money.
But you'd need the money for the grocery prices, which are way higher up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably true, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Man, just order DoorDash. Just get the food whatever thing that you guys have up there. You know, that app that we feed Zim through. Just do that.
The prices would change.
Yeah. Just rely on you guys to feed us.
Yeah. Or your friend.
From what I understand, a gallon of milk is about $30.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's smaller towns where it's harder to get groceries into.
Fucking figure out whatever's cheap there and eat that. Eat bread. Hardtack. Buy flour, buy water. That's all you need. Go to Anchorage. I'm sure the local fish market is probably booming. Like, the fish has got to be cheap there, right?
Оказывается, имплант не только помогает скорректировать поведение животных.
Well, I don't
Он
like
также
fish,
помогает
but
избежать таких
way.
болезней, которые связаны с излишним
You'll learn to love them once they're the cheapest thing on the menu.
дерматиты, аллергические.
I mean, most of my food can just be ordered through Amazon, and well, Amazon Prime means free shipping.
Оказывается, имплант
Even
не
up
только
there.
помогает скорректировать поведение животных.
You know what? Fair enough.
Он также помогает избежать
All right,
таких
Jeff
проблем,
Bezos, you did one thing
которые
right.
связаны.
Now, please send us whatever starved worker that you're whipping to get to Alaska. Or, oh no, wait, no, that's right. They're just sending drones now. Okay, that's much more humane.
Anyways, back on track.
Yes. We only have probably about 5 minutes left for we're gonna end the session because RM actually gets off at 8:30 today.
Oh, okay.
But I was letting you guys do your thing because I was enjoying it. It was fun watching the two groups go with each other.
Yee. I'm sad I didn't get to play Barney today.
This would probably be a good stopping point since you guys were about to separate, and next week we're going to be moving into the assassination arc.
Ooh.
What? I thought we took care of the assassins.
No,
the
going
CEO.
after the CEO.
Oh, that! Yes!
Adrian Newberry.
Yes. No, like, it's only like we only have like 3 or 4 days before he arrives. It's like now would be the time where you guys would probably start planning. So,
and it's probably best if we don't do anything right now with the time schedule that we're on right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're right still in the Marauder bubble.
Yeah. I wonder if Adrian Newberry is like checking his twitter.com and is being like, oh, hey, there's like Newman Rider shit going on. I wonder if they're shooting something.
You die for that. Yes, Cody, do we want to do the like and dislike thing?
Yes, let's go around the table for that. Reinhardt, something you liked, something that could be improved.
I like that we were able to kind of get into the lore of things in a kind of more engaging way rather than in some of the previous ways where it's kind of just been Kurt talking about the lore. Where, like, I've been actually asking questions and those questions have been giving me engaging answers. I think this is probably a much better way to do exposition on lore, is to, like, you know,
Interact with it instead of lore
well,
dump.
yeah. Give us ways and reasons that we interact with it instead of just explaining it. Give us characters that we can actually ask these questions to ourselves, and we can learn the stories ourselves.
That
And
was something I was trying to do here. This was like a little test of that, actually. I was going to actually ask what you guys thought of that.
That worked beautifully. It gave a wonderful access point where, you know, I was curious, my character was curious. Because it came up in character, it was much more engaging. I greatly appreciate that. Something that I don't really have much notes for improvement here because most of the session was kind of spent just doing that. So, you know, there wasn't too much room for terribly much else. You know, so I don't know. Maybe still I don't know. Because, like part of me wished we did something else as well, but, like, that being said, though, I still enjoyed this, so, like, I don't know, I'm kind of mixed on whether or not there's even any notes here, so, eh. But, like, again, like, what you've done today in making the lore engaging, 10 out of 10. Like, the biggest note I could probably have on this, if anything, was just, like, make sure you make time for other stuff as well. But again, that could even just be more our fault for having engaged with it so much. So, like, I don't even know if that's if that's a viable or valuable note or not.
I was planning for more, but you guys just seemed to get into this a little bit, so I decided to let you guys do it.
Okay. So you did have more ready, and that was so that kind of felt more back on us then. Yeah, really no notes then.
Kerr?
Yes.
I could own a Marten in Alaska.
I knew you were going to say that.
And, you know, they actually live up there. I could see them in the wild. So about 50% of your income will be spent on game cams, but, you know.
Good.
I could have a Marten. We're doing this. Anyways, Nevin, something you liked, something you felt could be improved?
I just liked all the interaction in general. Nothing much more to say. I don't know what I'd specifically improve. I kind of would have liked to see a bit more of the snakes, but yeah, it's fine.
I'll see them again.
You know what's probably amazing in Alaska, financially though? I bet gas prices are amazing there.
Nope.
No?
That's one of the major things that affects food is gas prices.
Oh,
for transportation.
Right. So that means gas is worse up there. Fuck.
Yep.
Man, they really got to pay you $50 an hour just to fucking live up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, think about it. If you're making $50 an hour, and like a gallon of milk is like $30, that's still only like not even an hour's worth of work an hour. Like for milk.
It depends on the area. Podunk, it may be that, but it should still be around $5 and bigger.
So just like make your fucking grocery trips like an event where like you drive out of town and you head to Anchorage or something.
And next person, or sorry, wow, we got off topic.
Yeah.
Lars.
I don't know. I think I said everything I had to say.
Yeah. I like the session. I would have liked to see them use their poison on something.
You might still. They might. I do plan for them to show up again.
You can't just say something generic as "I like the session," Toshime. Come on, legitimate feedback.
It's okay if you just enjoyed it. That's a mark of still a good game.
I like the characters. Is that better?
I suppose. Drake, something you liked, something that you feel could be improved.
I mean, so far, like, I thought this session was okay. I'm more excited for the next one because I feel like my character has a bit of still has that personal connection with it because of the assassins, tried to shoot us before.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, so far with this one, because of my absences, I haven't had that much of a connection with it.
I know.
Which
I
is
totally
more on
understand
me.
that.
Yeah, which is more on me because issues.
This
yeah.
was a little bit of a thing for Perry though, because this is a little bit of his backstory too.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully, like the next one will be much better for me though.
And Kerr.
I enjoyed seeing you guys do everything. I am very happy with my experiment into giving more interesting lore. I thought that worked very well, as Moriarty said. I do feel like I need to figure out a way to move things along a little bit more to help you guys get to other stuffs and such.
Well, it was a little bit hard with your mute problem.
Yeah, that was my fault. But otherwise, I thought things went pretty well, and I just need to basically I need to figure out a little bit more to offer some stuff to other people too. So I'm still working on that. But honestly, I think things went pretty well today.
Agreed.
All right. I am going to go run and grab Aram. He is going to be off in 10 minutes, and then I will be back, and we can start getting everything prepped for Exalted.
Are you doing the jugs tonight?
We can if you would like. Did we get the jugs this morning?
No, nobody took the jugs this morning.
All right. I will run by there then. And we can get the jugs.
I mean, you pick up Orem tomorrow, don't you?
He's off tomorrow. He's off tomorrow and Sunday.
Oh.
So we can do it today. That's not a problem because we're also ending a half hour early.
Fair enough. And I've got plans for what I'll work on next, so.
All right, so we'll be back soon.
Either way, thank you everybody for joining us today for House of the Deathsinger World of Darkness Werewolf. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care. See you next time.